Hello, and welcome to the form video. In terms of form, I would say that my project has three branches. I am an American after all. The first is the Cecily videos, the second is the Audrey series, which you're watching at this very moment, and the third is Cecily's social media presence, her Twitter and her Instagram. So for the form video, I thought I would break down each of those branches and kind of explain what each one of them is doing, Schoolhouse Rock style. Not really. There will be no singing. The Cecily series is posted on YouTube and takes the form of a video diary. I shot it using Photo Booth on my Mac and I edited it together on iMovie, and I did the same thing with the Audrey series, by the way. It's been a fairly janky operation, but I've been able to justify not springing for fancy cameras or fancy lights because Cecily would be using what was available for her to create these videos, and she wouldn't just have a fancy camera and fancy lighting. She had to be the one that was plausibly creating these videos, and Cecily thinks way too highly of herself and her own thoughts to wait to order equipment to start her videos. So I was able to justify using not professional grade equipment because I'm poor and lazy, and also because, you know, it fit in with what Cecily's videos should look like. I chose to put the videos up on YouTube because I think that's the easiest way to bring people to your videos. It also made it a lot easier to embed the videos on my own website, and also to share them on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. Also because I think YouTube's slogan, broadcast yourself, fit, you know, pretty seamlessly in with my project. Because if nothing else, Cecily is broadcasting herself. I should also note that Cecily's videos position themselves as a video diary. They're not meant to be a reenactment of Oscar Wilde's play. Rather, they're an imagining of what Cecily's diary in the play looks like, if updated for the 21st century. It's my little fan fiction of sorts. I chose not to simply just act out Oscar Wilde's play on YouTube and instead, focus it on Cecily's video diary because, one, there already exists a convention on YouTube for female-centric confessional YouTube videos. I mean, you can look at any, like Jenna Marbles, Grace Helbig. I also wanted to be sure that Cecily was the focus, and there's really no better way to ensure that Cecily is the focus than putting her right in front of the camera and only having her in front of the camera. I was able to justify this move of putting her diary, something that's traditionally thought of as a private medium, online because Wilde is already interested in blurring the distinction between public and private when it comes to Cecily's diary. She says that her diary is meant for publication, meaning that she's not that interested in keeping her thoughts private either. Many scholars have considered the web diary format and its relationship to the diary itself. Scholars have said that to be private is to control who has access to your thoughts, body, or property. Web diaries tend to push against the assumed privacy of diary writing. Cecily is still in control of what people have access to. She decides when to turn on and turn off the camera, and she decides how to edit her videos. This is not a webcam. This is not constant access to Cecily's bedroom, which would be, no, nobody wants that. But by putting the videos on YouTube, she no longer controls who has access to them. In terms of the Audrey series, I'm sure there are plenty of people wondering why I didn't just write a paper about what I was doing with the Cecily series. But here's the thing. I had just spent a little over 15 weeks creating a web series that validates online girl world. It therefore didn't make sense to me to just turn around and write a paper that only my advisor was going to read. I didn't want to alienate the group of people that I was trying to embrace, so here we are. We have critical conversations happening with light jokes on the side. Now let us turn to the third branch, Cecily's social media. Now, in terms of social media, I knew that Cecily's Instagram was going to be the most important. I talked to a close friend of mine who also happens to play Ernest/Algernon when he's not studying social media trends for an advertising company. Based on his media research and expertise, I wanted to know what somebody Cecily's age would be into on the internet. I had a pretty good idea, but I just wanted to make sure that I was right because I'm not 18 anymore. Those days are gone. He agreed with me that Cecily would definitely be into the gram, and he also said that people Cecily's age tend to use Twitter to convey their opinions, and Cecily certainly has opinions. He also said that Snapchat would be huge for somebody Cecily's age. Snapchat is a huge social media tool these days, but at the end of the day, even though I hope people watch the Cecily videos forever and ever and continue to enjoy them, this is a graduate school capstone project, so it would have been a little bit difficult for me to expect my advisor to download Snapchat and keep up with Cecily's Snapchats every single day. Also, Snapchat kind of expects, like, it's not as easy to curate followers on Snapchat as it is on Instagram or Twitter. So I didn't really want to be just like Snapchatting into the void, because that's not exactly what social media is for. And no Facebook, because Facebook is for old people, and Facebook generally frowns upon creating fictitious accounts. I've tried before and they've foxed me out. And when I created Cecily's Twitter and Instagram, I thought a lot about who Cecily would be following. And some of the people that she's following are self-promotional. Some of them are people that I think would be interested in the Cecily videos, or hopefully interested. A lot of them are my friends, to get them to follow back. But let's just say that Cecily isn't following Justin Trudeau on Instagram because she's interested in Canadian politics. And neither am I, for that matter.